What's going on? This is Daniel with Family Garden Country, back with another video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Hi-Point C-9 9mm Luger. Some people love it, other people hate it. You know, you show this to somebody, some people will laugh at you, other people will tell you that it's extremely reliable. There's a lot of different ways to go. Seems like Hi-Point gets a lot of scrutiny, and I don't think it's deserved with this gun anyway. And I also with some of the pistol caliber carbines and stuff, I think they're pretty decent. But anyway, today we're going to come out here, we're going to shoot some rounds through it. Going to use a couple different magazines and see how it feeds. There hasn't been any modifications done to this gun whatsoever. This gun's brand new, as you can see here. Okay, so real quick before we get started shooting here, I just wanted to go over a couple things. This is the Hi-Point Model C-9 9mm Luger. I have fired it before, but this gun has less than 20 rounds fired through it. You can see the chamber's clear, safe gun. We are going to be using two different magazines today, and these are both made by Hi-Point. I wouldn't recommend shooting any magazine that's not made by Hi-Point. This is the Hi-Point 10 round magazine for this gun, and this is the standard 8 round that it comes with when you purchase it, or at least in the package I purchased. And we are going to be shooting today Winchester. This is 9mm Luger, 115 grain, target loads, full metal jackets, and the best part, they're made in the United States. And we're going to be shooting at, as you can see beneath everything here, is just some torso targets. And those are going to be attached to this steel plate I have here. Now I'm going to go set this up across the pond, and I'll shoot at it from a couple different distances. Alright, so we've got our target set up right next to the pond here. You can see where I'm at. There's my vehicle over there. And you can see I just duct taped it on there. I'm going to stand back about 10 yards. 12 yards or so. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go ahead and start with the 8 round magazine here. I do have 8 rounds in here. This is the magazine that comes with the firearm. Got our safety here. We're going to start it by doing the automatic feed there. So we'll lock it back, insert your magazine, and let it feed itself. So there is one live in the chamber now. I'm going to go ahead and shoot one. So we had a good feed on that first shot. We're going to go ahead and finish off this magazine and move on to our 10 rounder. And I apologize for the glossiness here. It's already hotter than the gates of hell out here, so bear with me. Okay, so that's all 8 shots. You can see it's locked itself back. We will go ahead and remove the magazine, ensure that the gun is clear. Can go in here underneath the scale here and remove the magazine lock, which I will do. I went ahead and fired 3 more magazines from the 8 round magazine out of it, just to see if I did get any mishaps or failure to load or failure to chamber, things like that. I didn't have one issue with it. We are going to go ahead and move on now. I've got the 10 round magazine here, and we'll put a couple magazines of that through it. Alright, so here we go with the 10 round magazine. And crazy, first shots out of this 10 rounder, and we had a failure to eject. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my magazine. Well, actually it wasn't a failure to eject. I tried to double feed one there, which I don't like. But to make sure we're clear, we are clear. So we will go ahead and I'm going to load that round right back in the magazine here. Reload it back in our firearm. And let's give it another shot. So that was interesting with our second shot out of that 10-round magazine, and we had a failure to chamber, or try to double feed it, I guess was more what it was. Didn't have any issue with it after that. I went ahead and fired 2 more magazines at it, and I didn't have another issue. I do have, I think, another half a box of ammunition. I am going to go ahead and fire all of that today. That was my intention. Something kind of off topic here. Motherfuckers leaving trash all over my shit. I got some serious trails coming out of my pond here. I think it's coons doing it. But you can see, where's that other one I just saw? Yeah, that's a well-used trail. I think they're coming in and out of here going fishing and whatnot. So we'll be having some trapping videos coming up come that time of the year. I've also got a river otter in here. He's not up bobbing around right now. He's usually in here backstroking around and, you know, living the life of luxury, but I'm sure the gunshots probably scared him away for the time being. Alright guys, so we're back here on the workbench, and just want to give you the overview. I'm getting ready to clean this thing. I'm not going to disassemble it for cleaning at this point. Today I probably fired 60-70 rounds. I believe High Point recommends every 400 to 500 rounds shot that you go ahead and disassemble it and clean in the entire firearm. As far as routine cleaning goes, you know, you can clean the barrel, clean inside, clean in the magazine. You don't need to disassemble it every time you shoot it. A couple things I am going to also do here, or thinking about doing, is removing the magazine safety lever that's on the inside there. I was kind of researching how to do that, and it seems pretty simple to do that. And also I am going to polish the feed ramp when I disassemble it, and hopefully make it feed a little smoother. I've probably shot this gun 100 times, maybe 100 times now, including the 50, 60, 70 rounds today, whatever it was that I shot. And the only issue I've had with it so far was the double feed that you saw with this 10-round magazine here. Now, this is a High Point magazine. I had never had an issue with this magazine up until that point, and even every shot I fired off video, I went ahead and used this magazine, and I didn't have an issue again. So it could have been something as small as not making sure that your rounds are seated properly with it in the magazine, and that was the only issue I had. This gun is, you know, I'm still working it in. It's still stiff, kind of grimy feeling, kind of gritty, but overall, I mean, I really think they're almost bulletproof. You know, downsides is they're heavy. Other than that, I can't really think of any downsides. It shoots clean. It shoots straight. If you have any experience shooting a pistol, it hits where you need it to hit. Another downside, I guess, is disassembling it is a little more difficult than, you know, say a Glock or something along those lines. This does take a little bit more time to disassemble it and put it back together, but for your money, for a cheap firearm, especially for somebody who's just starting out in firearms, I definitely think this is a good route to go. All the bad talk about them, I don't really understand. That's all I have to say for it for today. We are going to move on to taking a look at a Mosin Nagant that we just got done putting together, and I've also got a new 17 HMR that we are going to take a look at and probably shoot this evening, if not tomorrow. So let's stick around for more.